Okay. And how much were you making on average per month when you started with us?
We were doing about 2,400.
Okay. And then
And
where are
now
you
we're
now?
at just under 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, just a couple months in from 2,400 a month, to just under 5,000 per month. Hey everyone, I'm Tony. I'm a senior success coach here at NPE, and we know that growing your client base and income is hard. We believe every fit pro needs a game plan to succeed. I'm really excited today to introduce you to Joyce and Ricardo Antonetty. They're the owners of Train for Living in Goose Creek, South Carolina, just outside of Charleston. They're recent graduates of our auto closer program, and they've done some amazing things in changing basically how their business operates, going from selling short-term commitments to converting 8 out of 10 of their current clients to $30,000 worth of committed programs. So, Joyce and Ricardo, welcome. I'm really excited to talk to you today. How's everything going?
Things are going great.
Yeah, it's definitely going good.
Much
That's-
better than they were a couple months ago, that's for sure.
Mhm.
That's what I love to hear. So, first, tell me a little bit about you guys. How long have you been in this industry?
I've been in for about 7 years.
Yeah, we both kind of journeyed into it since 2015, and then I got certified in 2016, and that's when we've been going strong since then.
Yep.
Love it. Awesome. So, tell me what really got you started in the fitness industry?
It's funny because we both kind of came from different reasons.
Right.
I was an athlete in high school and had decided to become a physical therapist. And so I started going to school, and then I didn't get into med school. So life happened, I got married, not to him. We actually met when we became trainers, but just went through life having various jobs and not enjoying any of them. And then life took another turn, and I said, what is it that I really started wanting to do to begin with? And so I found an opportunity to go to our technical college and a fitness specialist program, which is where I met him.
And then for me, it was more of once I got out the Marine Corps, I was hitting the gym, training with people. They were like, "Hey, can you train me?" I'm like, "I'm not really certified," and then ended up getting certified after. A lot of people were like, "Dude, you should just become a personal trainer because you love the gym, you love helping people." And so I went for it, and then met Joyce.
I love it. I love it. So, what type of clients do you guys work with?
That's a great question. We both kind of have our own little niche, which has been much more honed since we've been an auto closer.
Yeah.
I primarily love and have results with working with women over 40 who are busy professionals, just to make them regain the strength and confidence that they had prior to, whatever part of their life they're in. And you?
And then for me, I personally love working with veterans who have stepped out from the military and trying to refocus their purpose and, through fitness. So that's mainly what I work with.
Love it. Thanks, guys. And so, what goals were you looking to achieve in your business that led you to connect with us here at NPE?
My specific goal was
it's our specific goal
was to pay our bills. We started our own business. We became certified back in 2015, 2016. And we were working in various gyms and whatnot, finding different, things that we like to do or didn't like to do. That's how we kind of figured out what we wanted to do. And then in 2018, I said, we just need to do this ourselves because we really, don't want to work for somebody else, who does? Mm-hmm. And secondly, we just wanted to do it our way, be able to have control over what we were doing. So, what was the original question?
So, you said pay the bills. So, yeah, what goals were you looking to achieve?
So our goals were originally just to pay our bills. Because, when you're doing it on your own and you don't really have any guidance and you're just making it up as you go, you're just like, I may or may not be able to pay my mortgage this month, So that was really our goals, was to pay our bills. Mm-hmm. So now we're at a level where we can kind of breathe a little bit,
Excellent. So what were some of the challenges that you were facing that were stopping you from doing that on your own?
There was a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of challenges. Really, what it came down to was we didn't know what we needed to know.
Right. We were kind of just throwing things out there, looking at different aspects of business and training and things, and we just kind of like, oh, let's try this, or okay, that didn't work, let's try this, or that worked, let's keep that, and then let's try something else.
Right.
But we've, kind of followed MPE for since 2015.
Right. The first studio I worked in, my boss was an actual MPE coach. So I've been exposed to MPE for a long time, but I never really grasped how important it was. I know we're like going ahead on what we're talking about here, but it was really an eye opener whenever we actually committed to doing it. It was just like, oh, I should have done this a long time ago.
Yeah. Because it kind of put things in perspective for us.
It did.
Right. And so, because, you were trying a lot of different things, but like you said, nothing was sticking. Nothing was working. And how did you feel about all that effort without the results?
It was so frustrating.
Yeah, it was like a roller coaster. It was like, sometimes we're good, and then sometimes it's like, oh, okay, now what?
Right. There was no consistency. It's just like whenever you're working with your clients and they're doing great, and then they just fall off the wagon for 2 weeks or whatever, and you're like, hey,
right.
And that's kind of how our business was, and it's very, very frustrating and scary.
Scary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't know what's coming next, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you said you'd heard about NPE, a long time ago, but what really inspired you to join and start working with us when you did?
I think it was just that we hit rock bottom.
Yeah, because, kind of like what we were saying before, it was a lot of let's try this and throw things at the wall and see what sticks. And then, some things did, some things didn't, and there was no structure. And we just decided to say, hey, let's go ahead and do this.
Yeah, it's like a lifeline. It's like you finally are like, we've been following them. They have the best information.
Right.
We did the 5-day challenge that we're getting ready to come up with. And that's what really did it was we were in that challenge, and just the consistent feedback and just having that right knowledge of what to do. That challenge opened it up. And then we were like, you know what? We've been following them forever. They clearly know what to do.
Yeah.
And we don't seriously know what we're doing. It seems like, because we have had a lot of major turns to the right direction. So I think we all get afraid at times to ask for help because it feels like defeat. And I think that's where it rang true for us, because we were like, you know what, we really do need help.
Yeah.
And so
that's a big one. That's one of our core values too, is part of owning it is not suffering in silence and asking for help when you need it, for sure. So how many clients did you guys have when you first started working with us?
So when we started, I believe we had 10.
Yeah,
10 consistent. 10 clients. And most of those we had since we began. We have clients that have longevity. So we haven't had a problem with keeping our clients' retention. But now we have 13, which doesn't sound like a lot more. It's only been like 6 weeks since we've been in the program. Right. But the one thing that I noticed that changed more, not just acquiring clients, but having more leads.
Right.
We weren't getting leads. We would get recommended and referrals, but there's been a lot more consistent communication and people asking about us and what we do. So that's really, and then now we know what to do with those people whenever they come. It's like, hey, pre-qual. That was a game changer for me. Like, oh my gosh, you actually have to find out if they're actually a good fit for you before you take all this time to, So we're at 13 right now.
Okay. And how much were you making on average per month when you started with us?
We were doing about 2,400.
Okay. And then
we're at just under 5.
Okay. So just a couple months in, from 2,400 a month, just under 5,000 per month.
Right.
But what really also changed with that for you guys? So not only do you have a few more clients, not only are you making more per month, what else is different about what you're selling right now?
Well, one of the main things is that we know they're with us for 12 months, which
It's the commitment of the client.
having that fear of, just, okay, you're paying me, you're paying me, but, they could say tomorrow,
Right.
but when we were doing it that way.
Because
they could say,
before we
yeah.
kind of went month to month, and then now we have that consistent programming of 3, 6, and 12. So,
All right.
we
So
got
you
for at least 3 months minimum.
Right.
So.
awesome. So yeah, so it's not just that you made almost $5,000 one month. It's that you
Right.
know you've got that committed, right?
Mhm.
Right.
For at least the next 3 months, and for some of them, they're on board for the long haul, right?
Right.
Right.
Awesome. So how do you feel right now overall with these changes in your business?
I am excited.
Yeah, we were talking about this last night. We're pretty excited about where we are now versus 6 weeks ago.
And just the opportunity to be, first of all, with goal setting, like we can goal set now and just say, hey, now we know what to do. This is how many clients we need to talk to, or potentials we need to talk to get to this goal, to get to this goal. So we have a better plan. And with that, it just brings so much more excitement because you want to go out and do. You're like, who can I meet today? Who can I help today? That's you really, really are in it. Instead of just like, oh my God, I got to do this, and hopefully I get this. Hopefully I get this. You have so much hope behind it. Whereas now you have a structure, and you're like, this is what we're going to do today. I love it.
That's awesome. I love hearing the excitement, the energy in your voice as you guys talk about this too.
Yeah.
That's I love it. That's very rewarding. So from the program, the auto closer, and now moving into fast track, what was the most helpful things for you?
That is a very good question too, because I was trying to pinpoint that for myself. So I'm gonna let you answer first, and then I'll see if
I think collectively, because we had conversated about this a couple weeks back. I think collectively it's the client avatar to find out like who we need to help and hone it down specifically for the people that we want to specifically help. And the other one was the pricing and packaging, because we would do either a day by day type of price, for that person, or like a weekly type of deal. And then now it went from, 1 day at a time to 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months. So
right.
I think the two key things for me and us, probably both, is the client avatar and the pricing and packaging.
I would say it was just really hard to choose because every single part of it was valuable. And I think that I keep saying this, but mindset is huge.
Right.
And we take that for granted. We still have our affirmations right there while you're brushing your teeth. You say them. But between that just kind of changes everything for you because that influences what your clarity of your client avatar is, and it changes your ability to ask people. You're running a business, and sometimes we get so hung up on the daily things that we're not. I've seen so many memes lately of, Amazon president doesn't care if he's raising his prices, so why are you? You're a business owner as well. So just wrapping your mind around the fact that you're running a business, you're helping people, and that you can be successful in this, that mindset right there changed everything for me. But then that influences, like I said, the rest of it, who your client avatar is, who your what your pricing and packaging is. It influences everything. So that's why I had a hard time choosing, because really all of it comes together, and it's all very important. And I think that probably was the first part of it that triggered it for me.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, for sure. My mindset is key. It gives you the right mindset, the right confidence to do the next steps in the program, like you said, to put it all together. So for you now, what does success look like for you right now? And then really, what's the next big target for you?
For me, first step, I like to do baby steps of things. We were on a call with Lucia the other day, and he said this enormous number of revenue a month, and I was like, we have to get to 10 first. I'm that person that's like baby steps, but he's got the big goals. He casts the vision for our business, and so he's like, we're going to be doing 50 a month, 50,000 a month. That's our goal. And I was like, okay, can we just get to 10 first? So, so that's my goal for the immediate future. Is to just make sure that we want 6-figure income. So we've got to really do the work. And so it's really just plugging away, doing the steps. And that's what our goal is. And I told, we were talking about the other day, what our goals are. Like, I haven't been on a vacation, like a real vacation, like the two of us going on vacation. Yeah. Like, well, we got married in 2017. That was kind of our vacation, but more forever. I really haven't had vacation. So that's my goal. And that's why I'm working hard. I really see the ability for it to happen. So what's yours? Did you say what yours is? What's your goal?
My goal is just to keep plugging away and getting the leads that we have and working with the clients that we're getting. So that's my goal.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah. So that's your next actions, right? But Ricardo,
Right.
for you, well, in order to do what, right? Keep plugging away at those leads, keep doing the next actions in order to achieve what? What are you wanting this to provide for you?
For me to step away from the other job that I have now currently. That's my main goal. So that way Joyce and I can continue to plug away at what we're doing and, continue the success that we're doing with you guys. So that's one of my main goals.
There we go. That next step in independence, right?
Yep.
And so what would you say is your number one lesson learned in the program so far?
My number one lesson learned is do not be afraid to ask for help.
Right.
And that there are people out, like one of the affirmations is, to surround yourself with people that are ahead of where you are now. That's amazing because we get so caught up in the fear of that. And again, admitting that you don't have all the answers. And I think that's what I've learned the most is don't be afraid to ask for help. Mm-hmm. That's for me.
No, that's the same.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thank you. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't suffer in silence. You're not alone in this journey, for sure. So what would you say to somebody who's sitting back where you started? They've got some clients, but they've been at the same place for years. What would you tell them?
I would definitely tell them to step out of that comfort zone, reach for the help, get the help that you need, because you're probably doing the same thing that we've done and throw stuff on the wall and see what's stuck and, playing around with different things that's maybe not going to work. And to have the right path from a good coaching team who, has been in business for a long time helping all these fitness people. So definitely ask for help. It's not, anything bad that you're doing. You just need some kind of guidance to put you on the right path.
Exactly. I agree.
Awesome. Well, Joyce and Ricardo, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Congratulations on your success so far. Thanks for all your hard work. And I'm really excited to see what the next couple of months, because it's just been a couple of months, right?
Definitely.
The next couple of months what the next year leads to for you guys. Again, thanks for joining us. For those of you watching us, if you're watching on Facebook, you can post comments below this, and Joyce and Ricardo will see it if you got any questions you want to ask specifically for them. But thanks for joining us, Joyce and Ricardo. Thanks again, and we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Great. Thanks for having us.